I know, a shocker. This is contrary to everything you've heard. Like, you need to do cardio to lose weight or anything like that. I've been working out consistently for 12 years, and I don't do cardio anymore. And these are the 5 reasons why I don't. So this video is not about cardio being bad, it's about my personal experience when it comes to cardio, and I feel like a lot of people can relate to this. Now make sure you watch the video to the end, because the last reason, most people need to hear this. Reason number 1, I actually burn more calories with resistance training. Now ever since I started putting tech into my fitness, what I do is I use my Apple Watch to measure all my workouts. And with that, I've actually gotten smarter with the way I work out. And with that said, I look at my calories burned. I always check that when I'm working out. And what I noticed is when I'm doing my resistance training, I burn way more calories than I do on a treadmill or using an elliptical or anything like that. So that's one of the major reasons why I don't do cardio anymore. Because the whole point of me doing that cardio was that I wanted to drop body fat. And with that, what I know is that less calories in and then more calorie output. It's the old tried and true method if you're looking to drop body fat or lose weight. Now, I'm not a person that believes that no one should be doing cardio. Like, for instance, if you're looking to have great cardiovascular for endurance, cardio is great for that. If you're an athlete looking to have more endurance, if you need to be doing a lot of sprinting throughout a game or anything like that, you absolutely need cardio. If that's not you in that category, you may not have to do that much cardio. And I say that much, not completely eliminate it. If you're not an athlete, if you're not a person who went to a doctor and said you need to do more cardiovascular activities, and there's a lot of people out there doing a lot of cardio expecting to lose a ton of weight or drop a lot of body fat. I mean, have you noticed when you go to the gym, the people that you see on the treadmills, I would say about 70% of them are kind of in the overweight category. And they're expecting to work out on a treadmill for an hour every day and drop a lot of body fat. But if you look at the people out there doing resistance training, doing the weights, doing the cables, and in my case, resistance bands, you'll notice that they're usually more athletic looking, they have less body fat. So that should tell you something right there. Also, if you're going to that LA Fitness or that Planet Fitness, you're gonna notice that there's not a lot of bodybuilders you see on the treadmill. Now, I'm not saying everybody should be a bodybuilder, but if your goal is to gain muscle and lose body fat quickly, cardio may not be the best way to do it. Now, before we get to number 2, I got a question for you. Do you have bad breath? I mean, check yourself right now. Just like that. All right, you just went like this and kick back. I got a solution for you. And it's the sponsor of the video today. Is Neuro Mints. Neuro Mints is a breath mint that gives you energy and mental focus. So it's a combination of energy and a brain vitamin. Neuro Mints is a mint that has essential vitamins like vitamin B, L-thiamine, and natural caffeine. Now, if you're a person who's been working out for a while and been taking pre-workout as a supplement, you know about those vitamins. And that's right, you can have it in a mint. And if you're already taking mints anyways, you might as well take something that benefits you. Throughout the day, I just pop these mints in my mouth whenever I want some energy, if I'm getting ready to film a video or about to get ready to work out. It's quick, it's easy, you don't have to mix it up with powder and water and stir it and then gulp the whole thing down. You can just pop it in your mouth. You can take it with you to the gym or you can take it with you traveling. I highly recommend Neuro Mints, and I have an exclusive offer with the link in the description, so make sure you click the link and try it today. Now back to reason number 2 on why I stopped doing cardio. Because I find that I get a lot of my cardio through the activities that I do. And I prefer doing my cardio through activities. Now it can be very monotonous and boring to run on a treadmill all the time, you know, running for an hour. Maybe you got some headphones to give you some type of entertainment or anything like that. But me personally, I much rather go on a hike. I much rather go swimming. I mean, it's summertime out there right now. So make sure you just go out there and you enjoy life. All those natural sun rays that you're getting in with the vitamin D, I find that a lot better as far as energy, and when I'm tracking it on my Apple Watch, I'm burning more calories. And if you want to see what I'm talking about, Go ahead and follow my Instagram because I post a lot of hikes with Mrs. Discipline Dave and I track my calories every time when I'm going hiking. And what I've noticed is that I burn more calories when I'm doing other activities versus just being on the treadmill. So this video is not about cardio being bad, it's about my personal experience when it comes to cardio, and I feel like a lot of people can relate to this. The third reason why I stopped doing cardio is that I've noticed that I lose muscle mass the more cardio that I do. So when we talk about the old rule of less calories in and more calorie output in order to gain muscle and lose body fat, well, if you overdo it, let's say you're working out for an hour and then you get on a treadmill for an hour, or let's just say even 30 minutes. What I've noticed is that once you start going through that body fat, it's gonna go to your muscles. This is the reason why you don't see a lot of bodybuilders doing a ton of cardio. I'm not saying that bodybuilders don't do it, but they only do it probably between 15 minutes or less after their workout. And they know, what I had to learn over time is when you do a lot of cardio, it eats into your muscles. I mean, if you take a look at long distance runners, you'll see that they're very thin. Now they're nice and cut. I mean, if that's what you're going for. But for me, I want to have more muscle mass. I want a bigger appearance. And if that's you, you're probably a person who shouldn't be doing that much cardio. I mean, if you don't believe me, there's people like Arnold Schwarzenegger, YouTuber Jeff Cavalier. They've all made statements about how they don't really do cardio anymore. So if you're like me and you want to maximize your muscle and strength, you probably shouldn't be doing a lot of cardio. And reason number 4, you'll never get fit if you don't hit that like button. See what I did there? So if you like the information that you're hearing right now, it really helps out the channel if you hit that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. All right, so reason number 4 for real. When I do a lot of cardio, it makes it so I don't have energy for my resistance training. You should always be thinking this way: resistance training first, diet, and then cardio. A lot of people think of it the opposite. They think in their mind, I want to lose a lot of body fat. I want to drop weight. I got a wedding to go to. I got a reunion. I want to look good. And so what they do is, the first thing they do is that they get on the treadmill because they feel like I'm sweating a lot. I'm huffing and puffing. So I must be burning a ton of calories. But that's actually not the truth. Sweat doesn't really correlate to how much output energy it is. Sweat is actually based on genetics. There's some people that are gonna sweat a lot, and there's some people that don't sweat at all. What I've noticed is when Mrs. Discipline Dave and I work out, I sweat buckets. I mean, steam comes off my head. And Mrs. Discipline Dave, she doesn't really sweat a lot. But if we take a look at the calories burned, she's burning a ton of calories, but it's just that she's not sweating a lot. So we need to get rid of this misconception that sweat correlates to burning calories. If you really want to know how many calories that you're burning, you want to use something to track it, whether it be a Fitbit or an Apple Watch. Don't look on the gut of saying like, I feel like I did more energy. We have tools and technology to help us, so make sure you use those. Then after that, the next step is you need to clean up your diet. A lot of people think cardio and then diet. You need to think diet and then cardio, because you're gonna drop body fat and weight a lot quicker and easier when you change your diet. So not only do you need to be eating the right foods, you also need to be looking about how many calories you're taking in. A lot of people jump to a salad. They may go to Chick-fil-A and get a chicken strip salad, but that fried chicken on top with all the dressing and stuff on there may actually be more calories than just eating a chicken breast. So you need to monitor, again, those calories in, the calories out. And you can do that with things like the MyFitnessPal app. I use it on a daily basis. Now, don't get me wrong. There's been periods where I didn't use it for a while and then I went back on it. But when I find myself gaining body fat, I'm really diligent on the calories that I'm taking in by using the MyFitnessPal app. I made a video about it a while back, so if you're curious about what I'm talking about and how to use that to lose body fat, go ahead and check out that video. But make sure that you're doing something to track the calories in and calories out in order to reach your fitness goals. Now, if you made it this far into the video, you're very serious about losing that body fat or losing some weight here. So with that said, I'm gonna start a challenge, okay? And we're gonna do this together. I'm gonna be a man of my word, and I want you to put me in check. So we're gonna start something together, a 30-day challenge of no sweets. No sweets at all. That's right. Can you do it? Can you do that with me? Can you help me out? Can you put me in check? So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put on the board a countdown to 30. You know what? I'm gonna get something right now, all right? Hold on, right there. Every week, I'm gonna upload a video and we're gonna have updates on how we are both doing when it comes to the craving challenge, okay? So 30 days, we're gonna put it up right here. I'm always gonna have it up here. Okay, so this is day one, no sweets, all right? Now, if you're ever feeling a craving, because I get cravings too, you know, I get them at night mostly, and especially when I pass by Krispy Kreme. What I want you to do is tweet out craving police. I want everyone to be the police out there when it comes to craving. So if you're feeling a craving, and I'm gonna do it too, I want you to follow me on Twitter, and we're gonna use the hashtag craving police. Let's put it up right here. Put in hashtag craving police. All right, can you take a look at that? Okay. Yeah, hashtag craving police, all right? And we're gonna support each other so we can reach our goals. And on my Instagram, I'm gonna put in my stories, how I'm feeling about it, how we're doing, how the weight is going down, how the body fat is going down. I will make sure that I'll keep you updated for these 30 days. So hit that notification bell and make sure you subscribe to the channel so we can get to our fitness goals together. And this is the most important reason why I stopped doing cardio. And the real thing is that I've learned that my body doesn't really respond to cardio that well. I know, a shocker. This is contrary to everything you've heard. Like, you need to do cardio to lose weight or anything like that. But here's what I've learned with 12 years of working out consistently. There is no biological fairness. Everybody's bodies are different. Just because one thing works for somebody doesn't mean it's gonna necessarily work for you. There's some people that hold body fat in certain areas more than others. There's some people who can gain muscle very easily. There's some people who can drop body fat very easily. But just because something worked for somebody doesn't mean it works for another. I've learned to take advice from a lot of other fitness people with a grain of salt, and even take it with me. Because here's the thing, the key to your fitness goals lies from within. It doesn't lie from all these different influencers out there who are trying to sell you things. I mean, I'm trying to sell you some mints, but they're pretty good. But all these bodybuilders that you look up to, all these different people out there that are telling you this, these smart diet programs, whatever, that is great advice probably for them, but it doesn't necessarily work with you or with everyone. One of the biggest mistakes I made in my fitness was trying to listen to everybody else to tell me how to reach my fitness goals. It's good to have a start with that, but what you really want to do is find out what works for you. If you're getting a better contraction out of doing a bicep curl a certain way versus what somebody else tells you, you need to go ahead and test that out. You need to see if your body responds to that better. Even with this video, if cardio responds to your body very well, you've had success before, go ahead and do cardio. I'm not saying that you should stop doing it if it's working, but you need to figure out what works with you. Because a lot of people are looking for these outside people to tell you what you need to do. But the thing is, salvation comes from within. You need to figure out for yourself, how does my body work? What responds to it? What foods do I eat that makes me bloated, inflamed, gives me more cravings? What are the tricks in my mind preventing me from working out? That's how you get real results, because I'm all about getting real results. And if you're serious about that too, I would highly recommend that you subscribe to this channel, because all I do is give you from personal experience, and I give you the real facts. I'm not gonna tell you something just because I heard it somewhere else. It's something that I've tried and I've tested. So let's do this together. We're gonna do this challenge together. Let's get in shape together. So make sure that you go ahead and you check out this video next, because today is the day that you're gonna start working out. This playlist is gonna get you started if you haven't worked out in a long time. So I want you to go ahead and check that one out. And this one right here is one that YouTube says that you're gonna like a lot. So check that one out next, and I'll see you next week with the no cravings, no sweets for 30 days.